Guess what? Chelsea are in the semi-final of the Champions League. Well, they will be. Chelsea versus Porto, match preview, the press conference from Ben Chilwell and Thomas Tuchel, all in this video and everything you need to know for Chelsea's first appearance in the Champions League semi-final in a long time. Let's get into it. Welcome to the Kavkas View and welcome Bratuki. I am so ecstatic to have you guys here today. Today's video is an interesting one. We have got a lot to cover in today's video. Man, we're in a semi-final of Champions League if we could get through the next 90 minutes of football without some travesty occurring. We won the first leg 2-0 away from home, technically in Sevilla, not in Porto. But now we're going to play in Sevilla again, our home tie. It looks nothing like Stamford Bridge, but it's our home tie, so the away goal rule is in Porto's favour. Other than that, let's get into the video. Let's cover Thomas Tuchel's press conference. There's a lot of interesting stuff. Talk about some tactics, and I'll give you my score prediction. In regards to the video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, help the boy out. Literally, we are close. Yesterday, you guys were very aggressive towards my view on Hakim Ziyech. I said he's a fantastic player. I said he's a great player. And I said a 28-year-old doesn't want to sit on a bench. So if he wants to leave, his reports could be real. Yet you lot took it aggressively. Don't understand why. I really don't. Let me know your thoughts if you've cooled down. Let me know if you think Hakim deserves to start tomorrow. My question is, I think he does, but we'll talk about it. Thomas Tuchel started talking about how important it is to win trophies. The man openly said, we're not here for 2 years, we're not here for 5 years, we are here to win every year. The next 2 matches are significant in our season, and I think it's so important. We have Porto and we have Manchester City. Realistically speaking, we need to balance our squad accordingly for this. We're 2-0 up, we did majority of the work in the first leg. Now it's about game management, sufficiency, and being able to move on to the next level. For me now, we need to rest players, and I think Tuchel will do that for the next tie against Manchester City this weekend. I think Tuchel is right when he says we don't need to be too passive, because when you start games passive and almost think like the deal is done, it could cause you a lot of problems, like a lot of problems, literally. The likelihood is we're going to have to switch on, get another goal, make it 3-0 in aggregate, and then all of a sudden it's a comfy way all the way to the end. But if Porto get one, shaky. 2-0 is not a foregone conclusion. But at the same time, if we want to get to the semi-final, we should not be losing to Porto. It's as simple as that. This next question was very telling for me. He was asked, who do you rely on and who are your inspirational leaders in the squad? My man said, Antonio Rudiger. I expected it. Cesar Azpilicueta. I expected it. Mateo Kovacic. I did not expect. Literally, Mateo doesn't strike me like the type of guy that was very vocal, a leader, but Thomas Tuchel clearly rates him highly, and I like that, because I think he has got a big asset to the squad. For me, this reiterates that if we're signing another midfielder, it's one of Jorginho or Kante that won't play. I don't think it will be Kovacic. We said numerous good positive comments about Kovacic on different occasions. One time he said, if I ring him up at 3 o'clock, 3:15, he'll be at Cobham ready to train without complaining. For me, I think that is a lot of great characteristics to say about an individual. So for me, I'm very surprised that he made that list. I think based on these comments right here, you can tell that N'Golo Kante won't start tomorrow. He said he's very happy that N'Golo got to travel because of some of the issues that he was having, but he doesn't believe that we need to risk him, and he needs to be very careful on how he uses him. I think that is bang on. Look, N'Golo Kante will be useful in the later round of the semi-final. N'Golo Kante will be very useful in the Premier League. He'll be very useful in the FA Cup. N'Golo Kante tomorrow should not be used. We don't need N'Golo Kante tomorrow. This is a hill that we can jump and across without having N'Golo Kante in the team. Whether you like it or not, N'Golo needs to recover and be managed. He is a fantastic player. We are better with N'Golo Kante in the team. But the only thing is, a broken N'Golo Kante is no good for no one. So I want him to stay at Chelsea for the foreseeable future, and I want him to be managed accordingly. He's got the best years of his career ahead of him. I can't wait to see it. They asked him, is this our best chance of winning a trophy? And this answer made me very happy. He spoke about our structure, our culture, how we're here to win trophies, and this is Chelsea. And for me, I want a manager like that. I don't believe in projects in 2 to 3, 5 years time. We go to win everything now. We don't build. We build for maybe one day go, okay, cool. But in the meantime, we go for trophies whilst we're building. That's what good teams do. You invest accordingly and you keep it stepping. And for me, the fact that he understands this is a good impetus that he might be here for the long run. I'm very excited for this. Ben Chilwell came in, and this was very interesting for me. Ben Chilwell openly spoke about how Ashley Cole was his role model and how he could want to be a player of that magnitude one day. For me, Ben, if you're going to be anything like Mr. Ashley Cole, wow, what one heck of a player you're going to be. Like, Mr. Ashley Cole is a Chelsea legend. Ashley Cole was one of my favorite Chelsea players of all time. Literally, every time I used to watch Ashley Cole play, I had no fear, I had a smile on my face, and I knew what we had. Whether it was going forward, where he was very consistent, not like these modern day left backs that are doing flip-flaps and stuff. He was very consistent, very stable, could take a man on, could cross it, very good player. But defensively, he was second to none. Literally, nobody was as good as Ashley Cole in a defensive standpoint. Cristiano Ronaldo hated playing against him. I'm telling you now, literally hated. One last thing that was asked from Ben Chilwell that I found very interesting is they asked him, do you think you're a better player now than when Thomas Tuchel came in? And he said, I don't know about better player, but I think I'm more consistent. And for me, I'll give it to Ben Chilwell, you know. Ben Chilwell, when he first came in, was struggling. Like, I did not know what this player was doing on a pitch. He could not perform the left wing back role accordingly at all. And he struggled. And for me, it was very evident why he struggled. It's because of his passive nature on the ball. In recent weeks, I've seen a different Ben Chilwell. I've seen a man that's aggressive. I've seen a man that's voluntarily taking a man on. I've seen a man that is passing with passion, and more importantly, he's passing with intent. When I say passion, I mean a man that gets on the ball, backs himself, and he threads the pass in between the lines into that number 10 role, where because it's between two defenders or two midfielders, it's hard to get through. It's a passive pass. It's bang, straight in, and I like it. For me, this is what the type of player he needs to be. When you play wing-back system, your wing-backs are ideally like wingers. And when they don't play accordingly well, you're going to get in a lot of trouble. You're going to be in big trouble because you're going to be toothless. For me, he needs to improve and keep this level that he's at right now. Well done, Ben. Literally, you're starting to play like a £40 million player. Now we need to push you up to that 50 mark, and then I can stop moaning about how much we paid for you. But recent weeks, he's been fantastic. I can't complain. You guys already know the deal, right? You guys already understand the deal. We are going to be in a nature where we're going to struggle. And the reason why we're going to struggle tomorrow is because I think we're going to get caught in two minds. Whether do we attack or do we defend? For me, it's going to be a tighter game than I think it's going to be because I'm too confident. I don't like being this confident. I feel like we can go there and beat them 2-0 again. But they caused us problems in the first leg. And if it weren't for Mendy making a couple saves, I watched it back, man, that could have been a shaking out. I still think we're going to win 2-0. I genuinely think we're going to keep a clean sheet, win 2-0. And it will be a tight encounter, but I think it will be late goals again that do the trick. But I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think. Hit that like button, and now let's get into my predicted lineup. As you can see on the picture over here, we're going to start in goal, and the goalkeeper is going to be Edouard Mendy. How many times do I have to tell you? If Mendy don't play, I am not on it. Mendy needs to start every game. Literally, from now till the end of the season, Edouard Mendy needs to be the first choice every time. I don't even want to mention any reasons why. He's fantastic. Right centre-back needs to be Cesar Azpilicueta. Cesar Azpilicueta is a man of many experiences, and for me, Cesar Azpilicueta comes out on top majority of the time. He's 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 regular basis. No ifs, buts, no maybes. For me, I genuinely think Thiago Silva starts this game. And the reason I think Thiago Silva starts this game is because of his experience. The calmness, the ability of nostalgia, of knowing how to do something in the past. Is muscle memory. He's been successful in Champions League runs many times. He's been through to the last 8. Last year he went all the way to the final. He was pretty decent at AC Milan. This man knows how it's done, and I think he's going to start. On the left-hand side is going to be my man, the main man, Antonio Rudiger. Never thought I'd say that about Tony Rudiger, but he has grown on me like I don't even know what. Like McFlurries. I hated McFlurries at first, but now I love them, right? So I love Antonio Rudiger now. I'm dead serious. Every time I watch Antonio Rudiger play, I smile because he's really honed in on the negatives that he had and improved it, and now his positives are shining even more. He's no longer as rash into challenges. He picks and chooses when he dives in, and his physical aggression onto strikers is controlled now. Now he imposes himself instead of bullying them and giving free kicks away. which I think is a good trait. His passing has become more courageous and ambitious, where he's trying to curl it into the left wing back. For me, I'm very excited to see how this player develops. Whether this will continue over a long spell, but it's been 19 games since Tuchel's come in nearly, right? This is a good run of form, and this is a good sample size to see that this player is performing well. This is where I think the rotation is going to start. On the left-hand side, I genuinely think Marcos Alonso is going to play. The reason I think Marcos is going to play is because there'll be one eye on the Manchester City game this week. He is going to start Marcos Alonso left wing back. Marcos hasn't played since the West Brom game. It's been 2 games since then. He's been over 10 days now since that he's bench warming. I think he's going to start. Right wing back, he's going to go with Reece James. Reece James will give us the solidity. Alonso will give us a little bit of adventureness. And in the midfield, it's going to be Jovicic. He's going to trust Kovacic and Jorginho. The two are going to play, and the two are going to have to perform again. I know it's been a lot of minutes on their bodies, but the fact of the matter is, Billy Gilmore did not travel. Kante is not 100%, so the most he's going to get is half an hour. I genuinely think we're going to go with Jovicic again. I'm worried because these games are going to catch up. They're going to catch up to them. But it is what it is. You got to do what you got to do. Some rotation comes in here, and I genuinely think Hakim Ziyech is going to get an opportunity. I don't know why, but I think Hakim is going to start instead of Christian Pulisic, and he's going to start on that right-hand side. The reason he's going to play, I think, is because Christian can't play too many games. Tuchel has spoken about his injury record and how he's worried. So for me, he's going to play. On the left-hand side, he's going to go with Mason. The reason he's going to go with Mason Mount is Mason is his trusted and tested toy. He knows Mason Mount full well will give him what he wants. Stability, assertiveness. In these big games, you go with what you know. You go with what is going to give you the safest return. And for me, it's going to be Mason Mount. Number 9 is going to be Timo Werner. The reason he's going to go for Timo Werner is that counter-attacking press. The minute we win that ball back, Timo's going to be running. Tino is going to be sprinting. There's going to be a high line. We're going to have space in behind. For me, I think that's how he's going to go. I think Kai gets rested for this game because, look, a lot of you are going to say, Alex, this is a quarter-final. We don't rest players. I don't view it as resting. I might be using the incorrect word there. These players are so well-rounded. We've got depth in abundance. Literally, when you look at our squad, you know how deep it is. Like, we are so talented. And this is why I said yesterday, Ziyech might leave because he wants to play on a weekly basis. He won't accept being a bit part player waiting for a Champions League game or waiting for a FA Cup or Carling Cup game. What if we get knocked out? What, is he only going to play 6, 7, 8 games till January? Like, come on. Realistically speaking, we need to think about it logically. Someone's going to have to leave. And I genuinely think it's going to be Hakim. Look, guys, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let me know your score prediction below. But other than that, I'm out. Peace out. Bye.